Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
Spartanburg County deputies say they went to a home to ask some questions and found more than 20 people living in filth, most of them children. Tonight, the parents are under arrest. But first, tonight, some breaking news out of Lawrence County. Fire officials in Clinton say they've been called out to fight a fire at a retirement home.
They responded to 300 Jacobs Highway. That's Bailey Retirement. We are still gathering information from the scene. We'll update you as the details are confirmed on WYFF News 4 at 11 and on WYFF4.com.
All right, back now to Spartanburg County, where deputies say they were forced to place 15 children into emergency protective custody after what they found inside a home in Woodruff.
Tonight, 7 adults are charged with neglect. WYFF News 4's Angela Rodriguez joins us live outside Spartanburg County Detention Center. Angela, what's the latest?
Well, Carol, these adults are still in the process of making their very first court appearance just inside the detention center. Investigators tell us that they haven't seen anything like this in nearly 3 decades. They say that these parents allowed their 15 young children to live in a mobile home filled with roaches and filth. To protect the identities of the children involved, we have blurred our video of their home. Spartanburg County deputies say a local school contacted them about allegations of abuse. When deputies went to the home yesterday to ask questions, they found immediate danger.
It was just not a safe nor a satisfactory environment for children.
Investigators say 6 children were found swimming in a dirty pool full of algae. Inside, they say there was animal waste all over the home and guns within reach of the children.
Just when you think you've seen or heard everything, then something like this comes along.
Deputies say the children range in age from a newborn to 13 years old. They say the adults now charged with neglect have a history with the Department of Social Services. We asked DSS if caseworkers have visited this home, but we have not heard back from officials. Authorities tell us the women under arrest have never been in trouble with the law before, and deputies are still in the process of trying to investigate those allegations of abuse. Angela Rodriguez, WYFF News 4, live tonight in Spartanburg County.
Angela, thank you. Some upstate shooting instructors are speaking out after a deadly shooting in Arizona. WYFF News 4's Myra Ruiz has more on why they say that would never happen here.
Here at Sharpshooters Gun Club, an indoor range, children as young as 8 can take classes here with a gun instructor as long as they sign a waiver with a parent or a guardian. Now, one thing instructors tell us, though, is that they would never, ever fire a fully automatic weapon on the full auto mode, which is what happened in Arizona on Monday. That's when an instructor was teaching a 9-year-old girl how to use an Uzi. She fired it safely on the single shot mode. However, when the instructor switched it over to full auto, the girl lost control of the Uzi and the rounds ended up hitting the instructor.
And that Uzi is a very light gun, and it's hard for a grown person to control, much less a 9-year-old.
The instructor, 39-year-old Charles Vaca, later died at the hospital. Instructors here say their hearts go out to his family as well as that of the little girl. Myra Ruiz, WYFF News 4, Greenville.
We are hoping to learn more tonight about the SLED investigation into an upstate public works director who is now officially off the job. WYFF News 4's Liz Loheis is in Lyman for us tonight. Liz?
I'm here outside of Town Hall where a special meeting is just about to take place. That meeting has nothing to do with the suspension, but we are hoping we'll get some more answers tonight. According to a council member, Public Works Director Alan Johnson was suspended after the possible misuse of audio and video recording, among other things. Mayor Pro Tem Tony Wyatt says both Johnson and Mayor Rodney Turner had access to that equipment. A couple of weeks ago, Mayor Turner was stripped of his authority after voters decided to change the form of government. The meeting tonight is actually about putting that new structure in place. SLED has confirmed that they are doing an ongoing investigation in the area of Lyman, but would not elaborate. We'll have much more on this story coming up tonight at 11. Liz Loheis, WYFF News 4 in Lyman.
Thank you, Liz. Delays today in the case against an accused killer from Mexico who doesn't speak English or Spanish. A preliminary hearing was supposed to take place today for 39-year-old Lauro Hernandez. He is accused of stabbing another man to death in June. A translator says Hernandez is from a remote mountain village where people speak an indigenous dialect. His defense attorney says Hernandez does not understand basic terms like guilty and trial.
Well, a big event on a lot of wheels just rolled into the upstate. Athletes from more than 40 countries are going to compete this weekend in the Paracycling Road World Championships. And so starting tomorrow, some roads are going to close, and for a while. They're going to include the highways on the Millennium at CU ICAR campus and one lane of Lawrence Road. A section up Salters and Verde will close as well. Jim Cunningham runs Greenville Cycling and Multisport, and he's calling on all of us to come out and cheer on these athletes.
There are shuttles that are bringing folks from various parking lots to the venue, and then some people will probably park in some of the local businesses there.
The racing, along with the road closures, will begin tomorrow.
Opening ceremony gets underway for the Paracycling Road World Championship in just a few minutes, and behind me right now is the setup for the Parade of Nations. That parade is downtown at the Peace Center Amphitheater. Athletes from more than 45 countries will take part. A local doctor from the Roger C. Peace Rehabilitation Hospital is helping to oversee the athletes' physical condition.
I would like to emphasize that these are true athletes that are competing in all the classes. If a person has never seen this live, it is very inspiring to see what these individuals can perform. So I highly recommend coming out and see the race if you can.
Again, the races begin tomorrow and run through September 1st. The winner will be crowned world champion.